Hi, this is Jindo. Welcome to TreeLeaf. Our subject today is dana, the practice, the perfection of giving, of generosity that is right at the heart of our Buddhist way, right there with meditation. It is meditation. The giving, the generosity for our fellow sentient beings is not only a matter of concern for their spirit, but also the food on their table and the fact that they need shelter over their heads. Are we doing enough? I introduced some information about the wonderful Tzu Chi Foundation established by the female priest Master Cheng Yen, and active all over the place, all over the world where there are people in need, where there are disaster zones, where there are emergencies. They are there. And it's a lovely organization from what I understand, because like many Western Buddhists, I didn't know enough about it until I looked into it. Perhaps we could do more here in the West. Perhaps we should be involved with organizations like that. Perhaps we should be establishing more organizations like that. You know, we are the most prosperous Buddhists in the world overall. I mean, I'm not just talking about the average Sangha I know that has more people with graduate degrees and BMWs in the parking lot than probably any Buddhist Sangha in the world. I'm talking about even our working people in this country, in America, in Europe, tend to live better than, well, Buddhists have for thousands of years. Most Buddhists in places like Burma, Thailand, China, they simply do not live as economically well off as Western Buddhists. Yet, perhaps we are not doing enough to spread that wealth, to give, to be engaged in charitable work. Don't get me wrong, there are some wonderful programs around. There are Sangha running hospices, nursing homes. But where are the great numbers of Buddhist hospitals I'd like to see? Where are the Buddhist schools and universities by the dozen? There are some, sure, but why are there not more? Perhaps we're not asking enough about ourselves. Perhaps we're not demanding enough of ourselves. I think there's a little bit about this practice in the West that is too much about just me, the me generation. It's kind of what's in it for me, where's my own enlightenment? And sure, a lot of people do give to charities, do donate. It doesn't have to be a Buddhist charity. But the fact of the matter is, I think that overall we could think bigger, we could do more. We could rival any other religion for the charitable work we do. Why don't we? I'm not saying that it has to be a Buddhist charity. You can donate to a Catholic charity, a Jewish charity, a purely secular charity, for the Cancer Association, the Lung Association. They're all wonderful. The only thing about a Buddhist charity perhaps is, for the Buddhists involved, it's practice, and it helps to spread the Buddhist message a bit. But we still could be doing more. Why are there not more Buddhist charities in the West? Big ones, active in ways like the Tzu Chi Foundation is. Maybe it's time to start. Maybe it's time to look in the mirror and ask what we can do. You know, there are people suffering all over this world tonight. And you often hear me say that this world, this life, is perfect just as it is. We drop all judgments of how things should be, and that is true. But at the same time, we get off our zafus and we get to work. There are things to do. So I'm going to start thinking about what we can do. We need to do more. Perhaps we need to bring back tithing. You know, tithing, that old practice where people would donate 10% of their income. Perhaps we should make it almost mandatory that people get out there in the soup kitchens, get out there and roll bandages, get out there and donate blood. We need to do all this stuff. Sometimes people come to me with questions like, what do you think, Jindo? Should I buy that new car? And I want to say, get a bicycle and give the rest of the money to someone who needs it. And then I look in the mirror and realize that I too could do more. Maybe it's time to start doing that from today. Shall we sit with that?